Chakras, the gateway of exit. The pranic system in the body comprises various energies channels and their point of intersection known as chakras. There are a total of 114 such chakras and 112 of them in the body and 2 outside of the body. The chakras within the body are classified into 7 main categories of 16 each. In life, the level of activation of these chakras greatly determine the qualities of life led by the person. Correspondingly, how energy moves through these chakras in death determines the quality of the death too. So, each death is characterized not just by how the pranas have exited the body but also through which chakra or chakras they exited. Even if you are liberated within yourself, even if you have attained a certain state within you, you will still need a lot of skill to leave the physical body consciously. You need to know the science of how life and the body got connected and what you need to do to disentangle it. Otherwise, you will not able to leave the body consciously. People who are on the yogic path can simply sit in the open and live, just like dropping one's clothes and walking away, because they know the science of how to leave the body, depending upon how much skill and freedom with which someone left the body and from which chakra they left the body. The situation around each death will be different. For the sake of simplicity, we talk mostly of only the 7 main chakras in the body. Each is given a name and has certain qualities. For a very gross person, or if someone lives in fear, which happens to a lot of people, they end up living through Muladhara chakra, located at the perineum. This is why you will see that at the time of death, many people will pass urine and feces with a certain force. This is not because of incontinence, as people think, but because the prana has left through the Muladhara chakra. This is not a good way to die. If we are not able to leave the body at will, at least we should be able to welcome it and allow it to happen rather than resist it and struggle with fear. Generally, if one lives through the Muladhara chakra, it is considered a very base exit, but in rare case, one who consciously exists through the Muladhara chakra can come back with enormous occult power. One who exits through the Swadhisthana chakra, located in and above the genital organ, can be reborn with extraordinary creative powers. One who exits through the Manipura chakra, located just below the navel, can be capable of very organized sense of action. One may become a great business person or a great general, especially a genius of organization in his or her next life. One who exited through the Anahata chakra, where the ribcage meets, can become a prodigy in music or the arts. One may also become a very sensitive poet or a devotee who can inspire many. The Anahata chakra also has the possibility of finding access to all other dimensions. So one could be potential polymath. For someone to exit through the Visuddhi chakra, situated at the pit of the throat, is very rare. But if that happens, one will possess an incredible perception of this world and the beyond. Such a person will also exist in an absolute sense of dispassion and fearless involvement in all aspects of life. The phenomenal senses of clarity will be predominant in them. Though that Agna chakra located between the eyebrows is of a higher order, it is more common for people to exit through the Agna chakra than the Visuddhi chakra. The person who is fully conscious will live through their Sahasrara chakra. From the point of their head, that is the best way to live. Normally, the prana just lives, But sometimes it actually leaves a physical hole there at the moment of death. If you know the beat of the school at the top of the head is not yet formed in infants or quite some time, that spot is called the Brahmarandhara. For some people, when they leave the body, an actual hole will be found there. When one lives through their Sahasra Chakra, it means that they were fully conscious. If you want that moment of death to happen in full awareness, you have to live a life of awareness. Otherwise, at that moment, there is no way you are going to be aware. One who is conscious can live whichever way one wants. But one who is unconscious simply goes in a fixed way because their life was bondage. So death is also a bondage. If at the time of death a person can be 100% aware, that person will not have to go through rebirth. They will not take another body. They are released.